time we watch it, what are you supposed to be thinking about?
Question.
Caden. I like the way Caden raised his hand. Questions, that's right. Okay, so what questions do you have about the task that Amy gave you?
In the Middle Ages, rulers used to fortify their castles with archer towers, enormous walls, massive moats, and hard-to-reach locations such as mountaintops or islands. So seizing a castle became complicated. You couldn't just send in an army to storm the castle. You're going to invent a way to siege a fortress by building a working model of a weapon that could take down the castle. What is your basic design going to be? A slingshot? A catapult? A trebuchet? Think of the physics and mechanics of it. What will you do to increase the height? What will you do to increase the speed? What will you do to reach a further distance? What will you do to guarantee accuracy? You're going to make your model with toothpicks, popsicle sticks, rubber bands, paper, cardboard, and glue. Don't forget to experiment and make tons of glorious mistakes. Ultimately, your design is going to be awesome because it's yours and it's coming from your creative mind.
Okay, turn and talk. What are questions that you have now? Questions.
How are you going to how will we get the materials? It's in your mind. How are we going to get the materials?
Give you about 1 more minute. Just start jotting down those questions. Make sure that you work with your group. How can I make sure like you do so? Because when we work in a group, we're all we all have to work together. Together means everyone. So how can I make sure you do? I'm going to check on you, and I'm going to ask you how you Okay, so what are some questions that you and your partner had when you were talking about this job? Kirsten.
Why did they build castles anyways?
Okay, so you're really thinking about medieval times and the buildings that they lived in. But what questions do you have about this task that you've been asked to do? You've been asked to make something. What questions do you have about that?
How is the glue going to stick to the cardboard?
Great question, because sometimes glue is not the best, is it? So it sounds like you have other supplies that could help you if the glue doesn't.
Why make mistakes?
Why make mistakes? I heard that too. He wants us to, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He wants us to make mistakes. Why are mistakes important? Not everyone's perfect, right? And if you make a mistake, you can make it better. You can make it better. So this is your group, and I'm going to tell you where to go, because I already have your supplies. When you get in your group, you're going to look at page 1. It says, look at the challenge and your supplies. You just need to look. You are not building yet, okay? So let's go ahead and group 1, which is going to be right here, the orange group. We have Eliana, Brian, and Kirsten. Eliana, Brian, Kirsten. Group 2, you're the green group. I love how you guys got up and you're taking off. Nice job. Move quickly. Look at your supplies. Green group, Carter, Elena, Hayden, and Joshua. Take your paper packet with you. Carter, can I borrow your packet? Please, thank you. Group 3. In the back, by the guided reading table, the pink group, Kay, Peyton, and Colton. Group 4, Olivia, Drake, Sydney. You guys are going to be in the back. In the back by the library. I love how you're getting in and investigating your supplies right away like you were told to. Nice job. And then group 5, you're staying here. I have Braden, Jason, Jacob, and Talia, and all of your supplies are right here.
Sorry, question. Do you guys, you both don't have a paper? Yeah,
I had a good question. Can we have scissors? Is it in your packet? Is it in your supply box? So you're really going to have to think about how you're going to solve this problem with only the supplies you have.
We start? Oh, yeah. Okay, so go down, there's tape. Okay.
The orange people is getting their supplies out and organizing them. They're laying them out so they can see what they have. Talk about problem solvers. What do you have?
I can do it. No, you can't. You can lay it out.
Get in there, Elena. Don't let them do all the
We're
work.
laying it out because I know you have. You're breathing. Yeah. They said 2 picks, popsicle sticks, 2 paper, and rubber band. This is what is your
You're part of a group. You're not by
and a ruler
yourself.
to make straight lines. I'm really good at it. You could do the tape. Is that what you would do the tape? We need lots of rubber bands. I know we're not. I can make a stool because I want to take it like that.
Okay, so in your group there is someone with a packet. There may be 2 people with a packet. Turn to the next page. Turn the page. After your investigation and questions, turn the page. Okay, so you've already explored some of your items. What you need to start doing is working together to sketch out a design. Why am I having you sketch a design before you build? Why do you need to design something on paper first? Okay, so you could get an idea of how you're going to build it. Guys in the back of the room, are you listening? Because I see some of you wanting to build. We need to sketch first. Sketch first. And you're working in a group, guys. You need to decide on this together. Carter?
And it's to help you build it so you don't have to have it in your mind.
Nice job. Start sketching. I see some of you using hand motions that show kind of what your group could do. And I hear some of you saying, yes, that sounds awesome. Do that.
The ruler goes in the middle. If you rubber band it and have extra direction.
You're not building it yet. You're drawing.
I know.
Idea.
How is that at the bottom? You would have like a string. How is that with rubber band? Why we just forcing it to let go, and then we just need to find some. We could make it gross. I know. We have scissors. Here. I think like this. Push the thing. That kind of looks crazy. That's so weird. No, we're not using rubber. I don't. I mean, this is a bad idea. So this is the base. I know what this is. We need 40 guys over here. Let's see what they is. So we might have to. So this would. And then the actually, we should use all the popsicles on one girl.
Okay, you tape this together, and then you build a paper. You tape the paper into it. Put tape from here all the way to the under, and then shove on the sides, or something like that, and then
So let's draw just like a huge circle like that. And then we could use these. Could you try making like the rubber band stick around this, and then when we're gonna
Are you willing to try it?
it like it's like a cube. When we do that, it'll go off, and the rubber band will be on
But
top.
you have
And then we
strength.
just have to measure
see a lot of
what the
third
distance would be. Or we could do it like this. Put this here. Put
Joshua,
this
how
right
can you
there.
help?
And go like that.
How can you help?
It could be like this.
Instead of watch, how can you help? You can help you design. How else? Remember in collaborative reasoning, when someone is not talking, what are some ways that you can bring them in? How?
I know how to teach it. If I put it up layers. Trust me, I'm trying to help. We can't tape it yet.
There's some other ways.
Well, okay.
If he doesn't have an idea, can you ask him what he thinks of your design? Carter, you could probably do the same. Interesting. You have two people doing all the work. How can you work together?
Oh, like the rollers? That help roll, and we can take it. And we'll actually roll.
See, this is the green team's project. This is not Carter and Canaan's project. So how can you make sure everyone has a role in the job?
Okay, so I'm gonna draw sideways so that way. Okay, so we don't have a cup sort of it. We could just use yeah, basically.
I love that you are trying to problem solve this, and you guys are just jumping right in there to help me.
They should sketch and we should
You can't build until your sketch is done.
what are we gonna do is
Group has to make a decision. It sounds like the group made a decision about a category, so now you have to
we
help
can start putting our pineapple on top of that, and what we could is for the sides, what do you want to use craft
You're
sticks?
even labeling. Nice job.
Try to think of a way to use craft sticks, like for this, like that, for the sides.
I'm going to tell you the bell might ring in 2 minutes, so I need you guys to speak.
Looking like this.
Can't build yet. Can't build yet. I want to see your
I'm gonna
design.
go get it. We don't get trouble.
I know, but I want to see it first, and then you can build. Don't take it hard. Let's just talk.
No, I never said we're like that way you're able to make how are you gonna make it like that way it's kind of like a team like we're gonna like make one hole like she can like stick there. I mean like this.
Sounds great. You have a plan. You know what I've noticed about you? Everyone has a
Yeah,
job.
I'll bust that.
Everyone is involved. That's awesome.
See? I actually put this in. Okay, so then we want to do that. We could do it like that. And then we just pull it back. So,
Are you ready to build?
yes.
Sid, tell me about your design.
It's like that point.